What's up, everybody? It's your boy Rudolph here for another classic review, and today this is a two-parter because they're kind of like connected. I don't know. I'm doing a two-part one. The first part I'm doing is another Rankin Bass holiday special. This time it's a Christmas New Year stop-motion special. 1976. Did I get it right? No. Yes. Rudolph's Shiny New Year, which is a both American and Japanese Christmas New Year's stop motion special because not only this special was aired in the U.S. in CBS ABC on December 10th of 1976. 3 years later, it was also aired on TV Asahi in Japan on December 24th, 1979, under the Japanese dub titled Akahana no Tonaki. Sorry. I can't butcher that. I'm trying to pronounce it. Aka Hana no to Nakai Rudolphu Monogatari. Which means we're up Shiny New Year. Wow. That's a big one. But before we begin, did you subscribe? Did you hit the bell? If so, you're really headed for a journey because you ever wonder what happened to the yesteryears? Well, you're going to find out right now. Let's go then. So yeah, as you know, it's written by Romeo Mueller, directed by Jewel Batts and Offer Rankin Jr. as usual. And we also have a special guest. As you know, they usually have these cool narrators, so guess who our narrator is? The one and only Red Skeleton. If you don't remember him, he's a comedian back in the 60s. I think he does many comedy specials like in the old days. I remember one of his specials. He dresses like a hobo, I think. He did some with Martin, Jerry Lewis, the greats back in those days. He's the narrator. Also, he voices Father Time, who is Father Time. And also, you won't believe this. He voices Baby Bear. I did not know that. Well, he can do voice impressions when he does his character acting. So, of course. We have Billy Richards. If you don't remember her, she was the reprised her role as Rudolph. After, face it, she first played Rudolph in 1964's first one. And it's kind of rare. I didn't know that. Also, we have Maury Amsterdam as 1 million BC, one of the old years, or OM for short. We have Frank Goldschner as Sir 1023, or Quarter Past 5. No, wait. And Quarter Past 5. Who's one of Father Time's helpers. The camel. With the big clock on his hump. And Sir 1023 is one of the old years. And we have Paul Frees. Damn. I was guessing Mickey Rooney would be repairing this game, but I didn't know that. Weird. Paul Frees voicing 1776, which he looks like Benjamin Franklin. Yeah. And also reprising his role as Santa Claus. Well, since he did Santa Claus and Frosty the Snowman, why not? He also do General Ticker, one of the Father Time's generals, and also the main villain, Eon the Terrible, a gigantic vulture that once the year is over, when he hits 1 eon old, he's nothing but snow dust. Literally. And also Humpty Dumpty. We all know how that fell. Oops. We have Don Mazik as Papa Bear, Rumpelstiltskin, Prince Charming, and the Stone Dwarfs. As in all of them. All the fairy tale creatures. Oh boy. We also have Harold Perry as Big Ben the Whale. If you don't know, he's also one of Father Time's friends as well, in the realm of time. We have Iris Rainer as Mama Bear, Nanny 9 o'clock, and Happy. That okay, I never knew that the nanny's full name is Nanny 9 o'clock. As you know, the people in Father Time's area is mostly time related. Like Big Ben has a big clock on his tail. You know his tail fin. You know his tail or fin. I don't know. He's right from Big Ben because, well, face it, he sounds like Big Ben, the actual British clock tower. Bong, like that. John Ticker is like a walking clock, and Nanny 9 o'clock is actually she looks half human to the head, but the body looks like, I don't know, an old clock or something. Of course, we also have Happy, the new baby New Year, which he has one effect. He has Dumbo's ears, literally. Every time he takes off his hat, boing, big ears. Which people start to laugh at the poor guy. Damn. Yeah. I didn't get until I started giggling. I'm one of the worst ones. Which, of course, during the production, the film was filmed in 1975, according to the copyrights, but it was shown in ABC a year later, on December 10th of 1976. For the special, Rudolph was given a redesign by Paul Cocker Jr., which I didn't know that. If you remember the 1964, he had a different, more color shade, like the eyes were more, well, he didn't, well, let me see his current design from this special. Yeah, because as you remember, he had a more wider eye, bigger black pupil, and he only has half of the white fur to his bottom mouth, to his belly, to the bottom. Here is like almost half his face, like bottom to the lower jaw, right to the jaw, always to the bottom. And his eyes were more smaller. And the weird part is, in the 1964, he's more older. Here, he's just a kid again. Ain't that weird? But yeah, if you don't know this whole story, it starts when we have Red Skeleton doing the role of Father Time and also narrate, explain what happened to when he has Santa Claus for help because Happy, the new baby New Year, is missing. Who's whenever Happy, there'll be no New Year, which of course is important because when the 12th bong strikes, it's actually pretty funny because there was a song sequence where he describes like the train of the guard, but turning back the years, which is like when an old king steps down, they put a new king, like a young king, like that, until he gets older, until a new heir approaches and takes his place, like that, like through the years, and we see like how it goes from him. From being a baby from his predecessor, now he's the old man. That's quite interesting, and wow. It's like something from medieval age. It's actually pretty cool. And also, we get to see something interesting when Rudolph set off to the map of the archipelago of the last years, which is where the old year has been retired and set on an island in the archipelago of last years, where time remains still on that island, among which that's got like immortalized, like the years, like, well, not years, like century. Well, year or century, I don't know. Let's say years, not centuries. Like 18th century, 20th century. Well, like a century contains years. Each century is in. This is years, right? Different segments in years. Like example, the first island that Rudolph visits, 1 million BC island, represented by a prehistoric anachronistic island that consists of dinosaurs and other prehistoric creatures, and cave people live together. Among them, OM, who's a caveman, short for 1 million BC. Then they visit another island called 4,000 BC, which is, from the description, ancient Egypt. Fortunately, Reuben mentions that all the inhabitants were too busy building pyramids. So they visit the island of 1023, which is the medieval island filled with fairy tales, like from Grimm's fairy tale, where they meet a knight who is actually Sir 1023 himself in armor. I was guessing Don Quixote because he has a beard coming out of his helmet. Well, they meet different fairy tale creatures where turns out that's where Happy went because he wants to visit the islands. Let's go back a little further what actually happened. When Father Time explains what happened, which of course, Happy's big ears everybody started to laugh. The guards, General Ticker, 5:15, the nanny. He thought they were bullying him because of his ears, and he felt unhappy. He ran away. Which, of course, they felt bad. They didn't mean to, which, yeah. Who could not resist? And it also happened in OM's island as well. When Happy saved a baby pterodactyl, he showed his ears. Whoopee! Here we go again. Then they go again. Now they arrive at 1023. Guess what? Happy's there as well. Which they didn't know that. And guess what happened? Happy ended up at the home of the three bears. Literally. You know the rules that Goldilocks did with that? This porch is too hot, cold, just right. Chair's too soft, too hard, just right. Oops, it broke. This bed is too hard, soft, just right. So they found Happy, of course. He played with Baby Bear, was by Red Skeleton. Of course, Baby Bear tells him to take off his hat, which he didn't want to, but of course he had to follow the rules. Whoopee! Pop out the big ears, and everybody starts laughing, which, oh boy, here we go again. Which, of course, is too late. He ran away. Well, the gang was over there. Damn. And guess what happened? Guess who found him? Eon. If you know who's Eon, he's a ancient bird that he's trying to stop the new year because he's going to turn 1 year Eon old. Eon's like before the birth of the universe, I think. I don't know. Like the Big Bang. And once he turns Eon, he turns nothing but snow. He's like, poof. He's dead. He's dust. Nothing left. Of course, he's looking for Happy. Somehow, Happy escapes him. And guess where they end up? Well, they try to keep finding him. So, first they end up in the island of 1492, which... Okay, that's deja vu. That's the year Puerto Rico was founded, right there, 1492. So, people asking if Puerto Rico becomes a state... And I imagine the school's like, okay, class, name which is the oldest state in the U.S.? Which of course, they'll mention Puerto Rico, but Puerto Rico was founded in 1492. Bullshit. Yeah, you guys have 500 years. We have almost 600 years. We're older than you, fart asses. But back to topic. Rudolph mentions that the people on the island are too busy discovering. Remember, but I don't want to stink it. To talk to Rudolph and OM, which, and finally arrive at the island of 1776, which is represented as colonial America. Look like, I don't know, like during celebrates American Independence Day, which, wait, 1776. Yeah, I think they guys when they got their independence. I think. Yeah, that's when they got their independence. Of course. Happy ran into 1776 himself, or Sev. I'm mistaken for... He looks like Benjamin Franklin, right? Flying the kite? Yeah, that's Benjamin Franklin. Of course, he's going to take a form of one of the founding fathers. Of course, because Happy slid down from his kite. Which, of course, they were watching the parade. But there's one gag. What's the thing when you see the American flag? Yeah, show your respect by taking off your hat. And of course, Happy had no choice. He took off his hat. Everybody starts laughing. Whoopee, here we go again. Which even Seth feels so terrible about that. Soon, they started visiting the other islands, like 1893, which Rudolph mentions that the inhabitants have never heard of Happy. Which, of course, no wonder, because in 1893 was indeed unhappy time. As in a major economic depression called the Panic of 1893 hit the United States that year. And in 1965, Rudolph stated that it was too noisy to search for Happy. Among the noisy world events of 1965, sorry. Among the noisy world events of 65, including Beatlemania, other British invasion-related hysteria, and the growing opposition of the United States' involvement in the Vietnam War. Wow. Oof. I'm glad they didn't enter the years of World War II. Damn, that'll be worse. Ugh. They choose Vietnam? Damn. And the funny part is, this is in the 70s, the Vietnam War is still going on. It ended like in the 80s, so... Ugh. Damn, that's gotta hurt. I feel bad. Shit. So they arrive up to Eon's lair on... I forgot what they call it. Let's see... Oh yeah, the island of no name, which is said to be located due north of the North Pole. Which of course they arrive. They slowly try to get to Happy. Of course, they made some noises, which woke up Eon. Say, huh? You. Which of course spread his wings and started causing an avalanche, which caused them to drop in snowballs. Unfortunately, Rudolph has to get out. And, well, Eon went back to sleep. Happy's still there. Of course, Rudolph tells Happy that he can't be afraid. Of course, when Happy takes off his ears, of course, Rudolph laughed. But he laughed because it made him feel happy. Which, of course, because it made him feel good. Which Rudolph explains his story. Well, we all know his story. We all know the story. I'm not going to repeat the whole thing all over again. That's when Eon wakes up. Soon, everybody manages. Let's just say. That's when Rudolph tells him to take off his hat. That's when Eon sees the ears. Like, huh? Those ears. Those ears. Those ears. He started laughing and hysterical until he falls off his nest, down until he lands on the snowballs where his friends were trapped. Which, of course, which turns out, freeing OM and Sev, Rudolph realized that Eon is now full of warmth and happiness that it will be impossible for him to turn ice and snow. Which, of course, he will never die. Soon Santa arrives, and the gang returns to the Father's Time's castle, and Happy, just before the 12th bong, which is designated 19 Wonderful. Which, of course, as he arrives, 3, 2, 1, Happy New Year! Which, of course, Happy's now the new year. Which is 1977 now? Because this was released in 1976 on December 10th, so Happy's number 1977. Hey, what else is game good at the year? Star Wars? Besides that, let's talk about the songs, because I already mentioned Moving Fingers Rights, Turn Back the Years, which I think, what was that one? Yeah. What a wonderful world we live in. What the hell? Well, I heard that one before. 4th of July Parade, which, of course, Have a Little Faith in Me, of course. And the final one, Have a Happy New Year. After that, during the television, the rights to the special... the rights to this special are held by Warner Bros. Domestic Television Distribution, which used to license the show, the Walt Disney Company. Disney carried the special freeform annual on its 25 Days of Christmas marathon and occasionally aired it over the air on ABC. Since 2018, Warner Bros. Has licensed the special to AMC and its sister channel for the Best Christmas Ever block. I would know because I've seen these on ABC's 25 Days of Christmas, which is actually pretty good. As for home media releases, Rudolph Starting New Year was released in VHS by Warner Home Video in 1992. It was re-released on VHS in 1999 and first time on DVD alongside, you guessed it, A Year Without Santa Claus, along with the Christmas Donkey. On October 31st, 2000. I forgot it was released on Halloween. The special, along with Rankin Bass Christmas specials and Chuck Jones's animated TV adaptation of Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, was bundled in Warner's Christmas television favorites DVD box set, released in October 2nd, 2007, and again on October 7th, 2008. The same titles are re-released in another holiday-themed DVD set, Classic Christmas Favorites, once again. And this time, Warner Home Video released 7 different original Rankin Bass holiday classics along with Dr. Seuss How the Grinch Stole Christmas on the 3rd DVD box set, Santa's Magical Stories, released on October 4, 2011, A Mice Are Bright Christmas, a sequel to the 1974 special, A Year Without Santa Claus, was also included. Wow. Which, of course... And that, my friends, is Rudolph's Shiny New Year. And to tell you the truth, I kind of enjoyed it. My first thing has to be how do you defeat Eon? Just acts happy to take off his hat and show his big ears. Those ears. But yeah, let me know what you think of Rudolph's Shiny New Year. Rudolph's Shiny New Year. Did you like it when it appeared on ABC's 25 Days of Christmas or the other block by AMC back in 2011, or is still going on? Let me know in the comments down below and tell me what was your favorite holiday classic special when you were young, or any show like from Cartoon Network, Rankin Bass, Warner Bros. Any classic cartoon will do. Me? Let's see. Hold it. Sorry. Let's see. The Grinch. The cartoon one and Jim Carrey. A Year Without Santa Claus. Rudolph. Shiny New Year. Santa Claus Coming to Town. Frosty. There's a lot. But yeah, including from Cartoon Network. Including Billy and Mandy's Jingle, I think it was the Christmas one when Santa turns into a vampire. That was my favorite. Well, how you ruin Christmas with Bill and Mandy? Vampires. Yeah. I might do that review, but I'm going to finish with these 2 parts first. So that'll be it for today, and I hope you're ready for tomorrow, because tomorrow will be part 2. Be Rudolph and Frosty's Christmas in July. Until then, if you're new to the channel, remember to subscribe, hit the bell, like this video. Sorry. And I'll see you next time. Peace out.